afternoon. I always say good morning, but it is afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Come on, guys. Come on, everybody. I hope you guys can hear me between the grassman cutting some grass out here and the planes flying overhead and just every now and then people talking as they walk by. I hope you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know that you can't hear me. It is Thursday, Relationship Motivation with Dr. Michelle, and of course, I'm hyped. I'm excited because I love to do Thursday Relationship Motivation with you guys, which is one of the reasons why I have to set a set time. I have to put a set time because I can't do this without my audience. I mean, I could do it, but it's not as fun without my audience. With you guys not knowing the set time that I come on. Today's topic, though, because I'm sure it's going to get a little warmer out here than what it is right now. Today's topic is, are you tired of the games? Are you tired of the games? For those who are new to my page, for those who know the drill, I mean, we have such a good time. You're my co-host. We converse, we talk. I read your comments. At least I'm going to try because I realized that I left my glasses in the car. I read your comments and we talk about it. And the reason why I use this topic today is because on Wednesday, I think it was, or Tuesday, I posted a video of a young man that has about 700,000 followers and, on TikTok. And he was talking about being tired of the games. And he pointed out, he was like, listen, I'm not anybody's sneaky link. He was like, I'm better than that. He was like, I'm tired of going through all the confusion and the drama when it comes to love. And so my topic this morning is, are you tired of the games? Are you tired when it comes to love? Are you burnt out? Do you not have any hope anymore? Are you done with love? Is love just a game for you now? Do you just rock with it? You know what I'm saying? Because several times I said to myself, she's back. She's back. When I'm worth something, I'm really worth something. I'm loyal. I'm committed. I'm gonna be your ride or die. You know, the Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. But when I'm not worth it, I ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? I'm all the way left. So I never want to go back to that person again. Never want to go back to that person again. So this is what I want to do with asking you that question today. One of the things I want to point out, this is going to help both the men and the women. One of the things I want to point out is that right now, I've said it over and over again, it is so dangerous. Hey, Reginald, are you back home? It is so dangerous to play games with people's emotions in this day and age. Okay, so when you say you're tired of the games, one of the things that I notice is that not only men but women are so eager and ready to be a sneaky link these days. You know, and I don't understand that. And I'm telling you from what I know, not only just by when you try to reject someone kindly, hey Leroy, when you try to reject somebody, you know, and be like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. They don't rock with it. You know, they say, well, you know, when I said, well, I don't do the drama, so I don't need, you know, they was like, well, no, I know your situation. If you say you got a man, I'm not going to bring the drama. You know what I'm saying? I know how to play my role. And so that's one of the things that's going on. When you think about, are you tired of the games? One of the things that you got to bring in perspective is the simple fact that everybody isn't on that level. People are so desperate for love and so desperate to be accepted that this is what happens and this is why the game happened, because people are willing to be a sneaky link. It's like, you know, he was saying, well, and I was like, no. He was like, well, let me give you my number and, you know, I know you'll toss it or whatever. It's like people will not take no for an answer because they see something they like and they go forward, especially when it comes to men. But Leroy and Reginald, will you guys be a sneaky link? Are you guys willing to be a sneaky link? My women that's on here, will you be a sneaky link? Because the thing is that that is part of the game. And we say we're tired of the game, but we're not raising our standards and our expectations, because truth of the matter is nobody want to be alone. you might as well be real about it. No matter how many times people be like, I don't want to be alone. You know, I'm good by myself. I'm an independent man. I don't need a woman. I don't need, you know, a man. Listen, the devil is a lie. We were put on this earth to commune and to have relationship and to be with other people and talk to other people. You were not meant to be on this earth by yourself. So that's one of the problems. The sneaky links. Everybody willing to be a sneaky link. When you call your main chick and she said, I'm busy, then you always got one in the cut to say, but I could come. She gonna come in a rainstorm, tornado, whatever. And that shows the desperation of women. Going on, okay, wait a minute, let me see, because this is Thursday. We talking. See, this is terrible. Honestly, because I don't have my glasses, so don't kill me. Honestly, I played role in women who had a situation, but honestly, it was a woman who was okay, so yeah, listen, I'm not saying that, Leroy, I'm not saying that we all haven't played that part before. I'm not saying we all haven't did some things, we all haven't snuck around. Listen, I don't know a person, you know, in my circle or situations or, you know, I'm just going to say I don't know a person who have not kind of played the game. We've all been there, done that, in the situation posed, you know, that we would do that. Also in the situation where you know that the game is played because there are so many people sitting there waiting for somebody else to mess up and take that spot. That's both female and male. You can mess up if you want to. It's three more right there waiting. You know what I'm saying? To the point where sometimes you got to be like, oh my God, if you know they mess up, am I gonna get a proposal? If you know, there's always somebody waiting in the wings. And that's both sides, both male and female. But the thing that I was going to go to when I was talking about the sneaky link, you know, the sneaky link, the way people play games. Also, one of the things that I've noticed, not only that people are willing to be a sneaky link, you know, because it benefits them. Sometimes they don't want more than that. Sometimes they're not getting what they need at home. Sometimes it is just the conversation. Sometimes it's the sex. Sometimes it's just the greediness, you know, of the entire situation. Come on, we know that people be greedy, but the problem is that I honestly thought with everything that people going through in life, I honestly thought with the pandemic that people would change their minds, and that's when you realize that everybody isn't the same. Everybody isn't like you. People still play games. People still want to be slick about situations, want to be the sad, the sneak, whatever. And another thing that I noticed is that with women, we tend to argue about a man instead of just letting that man be. Because one of the things that I feel like, now this is just me personally, I feel like you should not have to tell a man how to love you. You can say what you like. You can say, and I honestly feel this. You can say what you're into, things like that. But when it comes to things like, for example, I saw this lady say, I'm in a relationship and my man chooses to go out and hang with the guys a lot. And I prefer that he spend some time with me. She said, but I did not articulate that to him because I felt like it wasn't necessary. Now, she got some feedback and people were saying, well, why wouldn't you tell him? How is he supposed to know? That I agree with her 100% by not articulating that. Because, listen, people are going to do what they want to do. People will do what they want to do. So that means that if you have to communicate to a man that you want him to spend time with you, that's a red flag and that's a problem, because that man should automatically want to spend time with you and make sure that he set aside time to spend with you and vice versa. So if that's not being done, then that's a problem, because you can't change people. And you definitely can't change a man. That is why it is more important to let a man do what he want to do, so that you can see and grasp how that man moves without you interfering in how you want him to move. You guys understand what I'm saying? That is why it's important as women that you don't try to argue with a man about where he's going, what he's doing, how he's going to do it, or if spend some time with you, or why you don't give me roses sometimes, or why you don't call me beautiful, or why you don't do. No, that's something that's a dead end road. You know, and that comes with wisdom, age, and experience, because anytime you're trying to change a man, you've already messed up, because men will do what they want to do. And so if you let them flow naturally, then you'll figure out where you stand in that man's life and how that man felt about you. Listen, I'm just telling you, don't kill the messenger. You should not have to articulate anything to a man over and over and over again when it comes to how he treats you and how he feels about you. So when it comes to the fact that you don't want to play games, you got to learn how to sit back and be quiet and observe the person that you're with to see if that's the person that you're supposed to be with. If that person doesn't flow with you, if that person and you guys don't jive together, you're not fitting together, you're not finding that he's giving you time, you're not giving him time, you're not connecting, then it's better to let that person go so the right person can come into your life. Okay? Because what happens is that we get so caught up in fooling ourselves. A lot of times women get mad, men, and I don't know if a lot of men do this, but women get mad and be like, you should have just told me all you wanted was sex. You should have just told me you didn't want to be in a relationship. You should have just told. Well, there are men out there that tell you, but listen, women will like you enough that they will fool themselves. That they won't accept the fact that you said that. It's like, okay, well, he said that, but maybe. Well, he said this, but this and that. And you're asking me, or you're wondering how I know, because I have coping mechanisms that if a man tells me something and I'm not ready to receive it at that moment, I put it on a back burner and I deal with it when I get ready with it. I've never lost grip of reality though. But see, you have to know you. I've never lost grip of reality. See, I'll put it on the back burner and be like, I'll get back to you. But all the while in my mind, I already know what it is, because my actions and the plans that I have set forth for myself indicate that I'm very clear on what it is. So what happens is there are women who try to play that game but don't know how to play that game. So you end up with your feelings hurt more than what they need to be, or you end up going through some drama and some things that you didn't intend to go through because you don't accept it for what it is. Because a lot of times, and 99% of the time, when a man tells you that he don't want a relationship, he don't want a relationship with you, but he's willing to have a relationship with somebody else. It means that maybe right now you are not the one right now. Maybe down the road we can kick it, or you may be the one, but just not right now. And see, that's something hard for all women to accept when you into somebody, right? But the best thing for you to do is sit back and observe what that man is saying. Am I right, Leroy? Am I right, Reginald? Because you have to understand that women cannot change a man. So you grasp what it is that man is saying so that you can make it easier on yourself. Because a lot of time, the games that I played has a lot to do with our mental and how we look at it. You have to understand that the games that I played a lot of times, I played because we allow it. I know, don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to be a sneaky link, then you need to understand you need to be grown enough to accept being a sneaky link. And that's what we don't do, men or women. We catch feelings. We catch feelings. So even when somebody approach me and tell me, and they be like, are you in a relationship? And I say yes, and bit more not, you know. Somebody say, are you married? Yes. Bit more not, you know. Somebody say, you. But the thing is, I don't want to be bothered, so I throw that out there. But then that doesn't even work. So remember I told you, I'd be like, well, my heart is committed. That doesn't work either. But see, if you're that pressed to be a sneaky link, how you gonna tell me that you're not gonna catch feelings, get caught up, make my life a living hell, and when I tell you I don't want to do this, that you ain't gonna come shoot up my entire household? You see what I'm saying? So people pretend like they can be grown and sexy about it, grown and cool about it, grown and manly about being the sneaky link, but you really can't handle it. So if you don't want, or you tired of the games, you got to do kind of like a mental workout on yourself and evaluation of your own situation, and see if you really can handle what's going on out here. Because I'm gonna tell you, I have been the type of person all my life that if I'm gonna play, this is sad, but it's the truth. I've never played the game and not been honest about playing the game. And I believe that's why my karma is so good when it comes back to people that I deal with or relationships that I've been in. If things happen to me, it's never like that I can't go to any of my exes and say I need this or whatever, because I am honest. And so when I played the game, I simply said, listen, you're not the only one that I'm seeing, because of the simple fact of the matter is that men have a tendency of seeing more than one woman, but they want you to only see them. So I never got with that. So I would say, you're not the only one that I'm seeing. And if that caused a problem, then they automatically stepped up their game and said, no, I don't want you to see anybody else. I don't want anybody else around. But it's up to you whether you want to put your situation out there like that, because a lot of times it tells you where that man's head is at and how that man feels about you. If you tell a guy you're seeing somebody else or you're seeing other people and he be like, oh, okay, then he's not that into you. Guys, we make it more harder than what it is. Okay, if you tell that woman that you're seeing other women and this is what it is, listen, even if she was into you, she's not that into you anymore. Somebody that's serious about, how they feel about you, this is what happens. So, man, I need you to hear this. This is what happened. A woman can be crazy about you, can want to give you the world, but based upon the experiences that you take that woman through, love don't matter like that no more. Because a woman who has self-worth and respect for herself would change her entire mind about what it is that she foresaw and see in that man if that man take her through too much grief. When a woman's fed up, a woman is fed up. And I keep trying to tell men that you're looking for them to burn the house down. You're looking for them to cut your tires. You're looking for them to scratch your car up, to spray paint your car and all that. All women not built like that. The men that sit around and try to figure out a woman, you're going to be sitting around trying to figure out a woman the rest of your life, because that's not how it was meant. We're supposed to be your helpmate. So that means that you're not going to figure us out. You're not going to sit back and figure out the dynamics of how a woman's mind works. But I'm here to help you, because listen, 95% of the time, women will listen to a man on how to love them rather than listen to a woman on how to love them, on how they want to be loved. A man cannot tell me how to love me, because a man doesn't have the creeps and crevices that I have and not built like I'm built, and nor have the mind that I have, no matter how much experience that man has. Now, I can listen to a man on what he needs. I can listen to a man on what brings him pleasure. I can listen to a man on what makes him float and trigger. But at the same time, a woman is so uniquely built, so special, so wonderful, and how God created her. A lot of times what you don't get is, you don't even need to tell us that, because a woman automatically can know what a man needs. A man, listen to me, can automatically know how to float with that woman and how to give that woman what she needs. So it's not a generic type of thing where a man can get on and say, well, listen, as a woman, this is what you need. No, because women are not the same. There is not one woman alike in this world. I can't find another man. So what you got to understand is that a woman cannot come and tell a man, well, listen, this is what you need to do. But I can tell you from being a full-grown woman that all women are not alike. You're not gonna have every woman act the same way. And so sometimes you take your experiences, you take the things that you've been through as man, or you take the things that you've been there calling yourself an expert or even players, and you think that, okay, this is what a woman, this is what's going on with her. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I am one that is very hard and difficult to figure out. When you see me, you're going to see me for my heart and a whole lot of things, but it would take you years to grasp how I act in certain situations and what I'm thinking inside my mind. First of all, I'm like that, you know, and second of all, I like to sit back and analyze situations because I can't speak on things when I'm initially angry or affected emotionally. So I roll with the way I acted at first until I get a grasp on my emotions. And I don't know a lot of women that may do that. You know, I could act like that things are really, really good, you know, because I don't want to act off my emotions. And then 5 weeks down the road, you be like, well, why is she acting like that? And that's what the guy was saying on my page. He was like, I'm tired. He was like, I'm tired of the games, because this is the thing. A lot of times people be like, well, why did you switch up? Why you don't talk to that person no more? Why you act like this? Why you act like that? Because of the simple fact is that I saw the game before you saw the game. What insults me, men, what insults me, women, and I know you agree on this, is that when you come across a man that insults your intelligence from the very beginning. From the very beginning. From the very beginning. So at that point, I have no more words for you. I have none, because already I peeped your game before I got your name. You get what I'm saying? It's literally that quick. That quick. So a lot of times when I say it's games and men get upset and women get upset, it's because you allow the game. Because if I continue on and go ahead and have a conversation to try to get to know somebody and be in something, and I already see you got game, then I allow the game. No. You get what I'm saying? If you already met somebody and this woman tell you, well, I'm willing to be the sneaky link, you know, I know you got a wife, then you already see the game. You see pictures and you see things all the time where I've seen women post pictures and be like, well, I hope he don't see it, and I hope he don't find out because his wife gonna see it. Okay, so what happened to being the sneaky link? You no longer want to be the sneaky link. That's your sneaky way of saying, now I want to be the wife, and I'm about to break up their home. And a lot of times men can be so greedy and so naive that you let things like that happen and break up your whole entire home because you're naive. A lot of times men will let homies and best friends, best women friend, and different people talk them out of having a peaceful situation, a peaceful home. I mean, could have been just gravy because of their jealousy and insecurities. And men would be so naive that they will let somebody talk them out of an entire blessing. An entire blessing. So you would go ahead and dip and slide for a couple of days during the week, and all along she's just getting her hands more and more deep into you. You're just going to continue to talk to her on a weekly basis. All along she's molding your mind. You're going to continue to let somebody play you. Oh, where's the wifey at? Where's the wifey at? Y'all remember with that movie with Taraji P. Henson? She was like, oh, where's the wifey at? You know, tell her I said, hey. And he had this stupid look on his face like, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, oh, you going to tell me you pregnant too? But when the wife said, oh, I don't want no kids. But yeah, you do. You see what I'm saying? You just playing your role right then. Or you see men that they're with women and another woman to call and be like, oh, you with your wife? And they be like, oh, who is that? You know, men are so freaking dumb and naive. They don't see when another woman hating and mess up their entire situation. And then when you look back, which is one of the things the guy said, when you look back, then you're like, I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of going through this, and why you don't take my calls no more, and why we can't listen, because when you had me, you didn't want me. That's what he said. He said, I'm the same person, but you felt like You could get something better. You felt like you could make a better situation. You wanted to make room for somebody else because of somebody else's emotions. So now don't come back to me because I'm the same person. When that person disappoints you, let you down, you go back to the same situation, same mess. You realize it's just a facade. Because I tell people a whole lot of times, if you was in a relationship and you was miserable and it was done and you couldn't get along and you knew you shouldn't have been in it and you couldn't work it out, then what makes you think that going back to that situation is going to be different now? You see what I'm saying? When you got 10,000 reasons why you left that relationship in the first place. So he was saying, I'm tired. I'm better than that. Don't come back to me when that situation don't work out. Don't come back to me when X, Y, and Z. So guys, listen, if you're tired of the games, then I suggest that we have a very serious conversation with ourselves. If you're tired of the game, I suggest you sit down and evaluate the situation and who you're dealing with. I suggest you sit back and recognize game when you see game, if you're trying to be about that life, because I'm telling you, it's all about what you allow. And I've said this over and over and over again. It's all about what you allow. I lose sleep at night. I will lose sleep at night. I have lost sleep at night thinking about the fact that, you know, that a lot of times life will have us in situations that we can't do anything about at the moment. But my biggest thing is when it comes to relationships and dealing with people is to deal with yourself first. Deal with yourself first. Be honest about what you want to deal with. Be honest about what you're willing to accept. Be honest about what you want in your life without letting other people persuade you that that's cool and that's okay. If you're okay with having a sneaky link and you know how situations like that line up, then be okay with it. That means you for the drama. You for what may happen. That means you know that you can lose your entire family, marriage, and everything. So you're willing to take that risk. If you're not okay with that, then stop playing in grown folks' business, because that's how so many women getting killed now. So many men, excuse me. And if you don't believe it, pick up the newspaper, look at the news. So many men are getting killed behind women because women are messing with multiple men and they are not being honest about what's going on. And now it has flipped because now women are killing each other behind men, which is one of the points that I brought up earlier, and then I kind of skipped all over when I say women are willing to fight for men. You know, but this is the thing. That is like one of the dumbest things I've seen in my life. Because once I realize that there's somebody else in the picture, then you can go ahead. They can have you. Because what you do not do, women, is fight over a man. I saw it yesterday. She was like, you knew, listen to this guy. She said, you knew I liked him. She said, you knew I liked him. And the girl said, so? She said, but I liked him first. She said, so? And basically she was telling her friend, that's your business. He's fair game. Like, he don't talk to you either. So, but to me, that was so crazy and so belittling, because why would you be arguing about a man when that man can simply make up his mind and say, this is who I'm talking to? You get what I'm saying? You should never be arguing over a man. You should never be arguing about a man. Now, I've had situations where women have come for me. Yeah, I'm going to shut that down. But trust and believe me, it is never about arguing about a man. Never. And if I have to find myself in that situation, again, a woman's mind would change her entire perspective about how she sees a relationship. This woman, anyway, when she has to go through certain experiences. I'm just not built like that. I'm just not built like that. So the man for me has to make it very clear that I'm the man in his life. The man for me has to make it very clear that I'm not an option. The man for me has to put a ring on it. Because listen, I'm 50 years old. I don't have the time to play the games anymore. A man for me has to be about his business so that we can be about our business. I'm never going to be in those streets arguing about a man. And people that know me know that's very true of me. And that takes me, I'm going to be petty. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Listen, God was like, no, you're not. You're not gonna do it. This was about situation that was long time ago, but it was like God said, no, you're not. No, you're not. So anyway, guys, I am gonna go. You guys, when you realize I didn't have my glasses, you stopped talking to me. You stopped talking to me. Hey, everybody else that jumped on here. Hey. Hey, is that you, Kai? Let me see. Sneaky Link. Kai, you laughing about that Sneaky Link girl? How you doing, honey? How did the grandbabies enjoy school, first day of school? What does that say? Guys, I'm going to go to the car and get my glasses so that I can see what you're saying. I'm actually going to take the phone and move it. I just set it up so that I can look around me. But yeah, that's my advice. That's my motivation to you today. That if you're going to be the Sneaky Link, then you got to know how this thing works. And if you're going to play the games, then be prepared with what comes with it. It is, I've never seen people play the game and somebody don't end up hurt. That's just my word. That's just my word. I've never seen it happen because people get caught up, people's feelings get involved, and somebody ends up getting hurt. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Let me tell you, Kai, I'm at the point right now where I'm not trying to keep getting hurt. I'm tired. I'm not trying to keep getting hurt. I'm not trying to keep going through the drama. I'm not trying to keep going through the excuses. It's just time out for me like that. I'm tired of that, and I know my worth, and I know where I'm trying to be in my life, and I know where I'm trying to go. People that are a little bit younger, perhaps may have a little more spunk and feel like, yeah, you want to go. Me, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm not going to be hurt or continue to be hurt anymore because I know my strength and I know my worth. So that means that perhaps I may have I had built up a wall before I met the last guy that I was dating. I had built up a tremendous wall, but I was okay with that wall. And then I had been in the relationship for 9.5 years or whatever. And I was kind of okay with that because I had, I knew how that worked. You get what I'm saying? I knew how that worked. But the thing is, guys, that you got to do what works for you. You gotta bring your piece to you that you want in your life. You gotta do what works for you. Nobody can tell you how, because people will have you completely screwed up, looking at people crazy, treating people a certain kind of way when it could have been better. You get what I'm saying? Because you listen to other people. Then at the same time, you can mess yourself up when you want to not look at reality for what it is and you want to make it what you want to make it. Me, I'm done with all of that. You see what I'm saying? So if you're tired of the games, then sit back and have a talk with yourself. Make up in your mind what you want, what you will accept, what you're not going to accept. And believe me, people do what you allow them to do to you. So that's it for me today, guys. Let me see if I can get my glasses and see what we're talking about here. Hey, OG. I can't see, guys. I really can't see now that I just stepped in the sun. So I'm walking back to try to get my glasses in case you guys say something or have said something that we could converse about, because I got time today. I really don't, though. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of things to do, and I'm going to get to it. But I'm going to hold this here for a while longer because actually I got my glasses in the car and I can read what you guys are saying. And I could read what you guys are saying, and then I could go ahead and get off and, I'm going to head on in and make it do what it do. But those are some of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know it's been very helpful for everybody. And it was another one. Let me tell you this, guys. This new age love, y'all can keep that. This new age love, give me the old school love. Give me the old school love. It was this lady, and this was a TikTok thing, guys. I love TikTok. I love to play on it now too. And she went on this date with this guy. And the guy car broke down. They were supposed to be going on a date, so she ended up driving. And the guys were saying, well, if the car broke down, I would have just not gone. I would have rescheduled it, first of all. But since he was insisting, she drove. They got to the gas station, and he refused to pay for the gas or get out the car and pump the gas. And they were saying, do you think he was wrong? And the guys were saying, yeah, he was wrong. Like, first of all, if you wasn't going to drive your car, if it was a problem, you should have rescheduled, because that fell on you. But now that she came to pick you up, the least you could do was to pay for the gas and put gas in her car, since she was the one driving. And you know, and he was literally like saying, I mean, how could I be wrong? Listen, keep that new school love. Keep that new school love. I don't want it. I don't want it, because this is the thing. This is the thing. This grown type of love pumps the gas. Whew, I'm shining. Pumps the gas, pay for the